Good lady YouTube, it's your boy Nixie coming back with another bullseye of a tutorial here today on the channel. So we got a dope artist from TDE here that I love his music a lot. It's going to be the Isaiah Rashad vocal preset today. So if you guys do enjoy this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Down below, suggest more artists you want to see here to get a preset on the channel, and also check the description to get the template if you do want to get it, or other ones. All right, so let's get to this right now. This vocal preset, let's go.
Meal ticket, meal ticket, come on, still in my liver, real niggas in my condo, feel hit me back, feel this one with the powder pack, feel bring me back, feel this one out in Cali. Meal ticket, meal ticket, come on, still in my liver, real niggas in my condo, feel hit me back, feel this one with the powder pack.
Okay, so that's me doing my best impression of Isaiah Rashad today. Okay, so let's look at it, what it sounds like with that and without the preset. He's a really dope lyrical rapper, and this is gonna be a video kind of going into those Mixed by Ali type of vocals, so I like Mixed by Ali. He kind of got a different approach with Kendrick, Isaiah Rashad, Absol. He's another incredible rapper, man. Absol used to slap everything up the head back in the day, bro. Oh my gosh. Schoolboy Q. So, this is gonna be kind of like a situation we're talking about, Mixed by Ali type of situation, vocal style, okay? Because he's the main guy for TDE, all right? All right, so let's go over this right now. Let's see what it sounds like with and without.
Meal ticket, meal ticket, come on, still in my liver, real niggas in my condo, feel hit me back, feel this one with the powder pack, feel bring me back, feel this one out in California.
Okay, so with this type of preset, this is a preset where we have natural brightness, very natural brightness, not that artificial, non-GMO, trans fat foolishness. We talking about that natural brightness, that type of brightness that comes from the sun. We're not talking about that brightness that comes from a little old $3 cheap light bulb in your crib. Okay, so most important thing, natural brightness is really good for a guy like Isaiah Rashad. He's a lyrical rapper, and this song has meal ticket. So sometimes, depending on what plugin you go to, if you get a plugins where you're going with that digital type of brightness, that might, like, certain phrases like that might become overbearing and too harsh. So we're using that SSLG channel strip that I know Mixed by Ali loves to use. So in the situation right here with a guy like Isaiah Rashad, we are doing a little bit of a high shelf to help that those higher ends of his words kind of give a little bit of floating, a little bit kind of like Aladdin with that magic carpet. We want that high end of the vocal to be kind of surfing through the air real quick. And then we did the SSL trick, pull that threshold the whole way. We're not compressing, but this just brings some saturation. So we opening up the floodgates to the VCA circuit, which is giving us some good seasoning, all right?
Meal ticket, meal ticket, come on, still in my liver, real niggas in my condo, feel hit me back, feel this one with the powder pack, feel bring me back, feel this. Meal ticket, meal ticket, come on, still in my liver, real niggas in my condo.
Okay, after that we have the Kramer tape, and I love the Kramer tape. It's modeling the Ampex Ampeg, tape machine and everything like that. Also, if you got a plugin like Decapitator, the button A, is related, is a cousin to this type of thing, that Ampeg tape machine and the preamp section. So most importantly right here, because I'm using this as a saturator in the very beginning, I made sure I didn't drive it in too hard. This is a thing I do on purpose sometimes, because I know I might have other analog modeled plugins. I might have a little bit of lemon pepper coming in after. I might have a little bit of cayenne, a little bit of Creole seasoning coming into the dish after the fact. I make sure that when I did my saturation here in the beginning, generally I like to make it be very light. I'm creating some room in the vocal for the other flavors to come through, because I might use some other analog model plugins, right? Every analog model plugin you use imparts a tone. You feel me? It's not just a situation where, you when you just completely open it, the default preset, bypassing it in and out, pay attention to what it's doing, because it's imparting an influence on it. Yeah, so most important, we're using this as a pre-de-esser, right? So IPS de-esser, the tape is kind of smoothing out the vocal. Meal ticket, meal ticket. You feel me? I'm getting that natural brightness from that vocal. And the MPEG, it does have tubes inside of it too, so that in itself kind of gives it a little bit brightness. So I'm using this to make the de-esser have a little bit lesser of a job.
Meal ticket, meal ticket, come still in my life for real niggas in my condo. Feel hit me back, feel this one.
So yeah, that MPEG, it definitely does have tubes inside of it, and the most important things about it is that even though it's spooling off the top end, it's bringing back the brightness in. You feel me, through the saturation. So that de-esser is coming in and only doing a little bit less work. So because I had back-to-back consonants, meal ticket, meal ticket. When I start to have like back-to-back consonants as an engineer, those harsh back-to-back words, I approach the de-essing completely different. Because if you got like a de-esser that's having to do like Tetris, when you're playing Tetris and the blocks just start coming down too fast, it's harder for you to make a smooth move. So the same thing about the de-esser. If those harsh words are coming back to back, it might overwhelm the de-esser a little bit. So I had the tape coming in to become a natural de-esser for this de-esser. All right. After that, we have this C4, and that meal ticket. The high end is like fluttering a lot. That natural brightness is moving a lot. The pickle jar is open. Yes, correct. The jar of eggs is open. So now that the jar is open, that top end is coming through. So we want to control the low end, and I'm using an extremely slow ass release time because I want to stabilize this pretty much. I want to tell the low end of the vocal to sit your ass right there, kid.
Meal ticket, meal ticket, come still in my life for real niggas in my condo. Feel hit me back, feel this one with a powder pack. Feel bring me back, feel this one out in California.
Blow is good the hoe.
Meal ticket, meal ticket, come still in my life for real niggas in my condo. Feel hit me back, feel.
And yeah, it's a situation where I like to let a lot of low end come through. I ain't gonna lie. This is a trick I've been doing lately where I let more low end come through and I let like my dynamic processors control the low end. So this is a different thing I've been doing lately to get the vocals to still be clean but have body. Because most people, their vocals lack body. You feel me? That's kind of always a thing where you want more body for the vocal. You know what I mean? So because if the vocal sounds skimpy, that in itself will make it sound less present. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's a low end thing, not a high end thing. So we have Fairchild 670 here, and the Fairchild 670 has more tubes in it, natural brightness, like how I said in the beginning. I'm here, meal ticket, meal ticket, you feel me? Like all of those words have a certain type of tone to them. You feel me? Those are bright words. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird for that, but I kind of see certain words as bright. Hey, how are you doing today? Like those are bright words. Hey, that's a bright word. You feel me? Type shit like that. So I don't know. Maybe I'm weird in that sense, but that's kind of how I see music. Certain words are just bright. You feel me? They just have a bright emotional feeling behind them. So that's why I use the 670 to give it that natural brightness and smoothness. So I love the 670 because it pushes that mid-range forward. It brings that mid-range forward, and then it lets that top end just kind of feel me a little bit.
Meal ticket, meal ticket, come still in my life for real niggas in my condo. Feel hit me back, feel this.
It's very important for a guy like Rashad to have a little bit of that air in between those words, that impact of rappers like J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. You want to hear all that little type of stuff is really important because that's the transition in between they flow. You feel me? All those tiny bit of nuances. You feel me? Play into the vibe and the feeling of the Isaiah Rashad vocals. So the Fairchild is kind of like that granddaddy with that flashlight, bing, hitting that vocal and making it shine a little bit better. Then we're using the NLS bus, more natural brightness. This is the EMI console coming from that mic, or coming from that mic, you feel me, type shit. So that mic is dope too because it has a way of also de-essing. Like this is a plugin that sometimes I just put it on and use it as a de-esser because I don't know what it is. Like a vocal going into this plugin has a way of kind of softening out the transients a little bit, rounding it off a little bit too, but giving natural brightness. So I did not use the fresh air here. There's a difference between digital and analog brightness. Know the meaning, know the difference. All right, bruh. Usually with the analog brightness, you can get that to go way farther in regards to like pushing it and stacking analog compressors and EQs that, like the methods I always show you where I just open it up and I don't even touch that shit. You can go way farther doing that than with like a plugin like Fresh Air or any digital, you know, like REQ boosting the top end, because it starts to get brittle at some point. You know what I mean? There isn't like a warming or a smoothing characteristic with digital type of plugins, you know, but there's still a use case for them, like with a Yeet, Destroy, Lonely, Ken Carson, if you're going for that sound on purpose. But just know that there's a difference between them, and one is a little bit more forgiving than the other.
Meal ticket, meal ticket, come on, steal him. Meal ticket, meal.
Listen to the ticket, it gets way more harsh.
Meal ticket, meal ticket. Meal ticket, meal ticket, come on, stealing my live for real niggas in my condo. Meal ticket, meal ticket, come on, stealing my live for real niggas in my condo. Feel hit me back, feel this one with the powder.
It just sounds a little bit more musical, a little bit more approachable, putting some makeup on those blemishes, you know. It makes you want to come into the face of the vocal a little bit easier. It makes it more inviting for you to go onto the vocal. All right. Then we're using the RVox. We know what the freaking RVox does. Come on, dude. And then we just doing a little bit of a notch in that low mid range, okay? Because we've been these analog plugins in general, they have a way of adding noise in that mid range push. It keeps pushing the mid range more. But like how I said, I was going for the brightness for these plugins. These plugins are giving me my natural brightness, but also a byproduct of that is getting the mid-range noise, mid-range push. So I'm just dialing that back a little bit with this EQ.
Meal ticket, meal ticket, come on, stealing my live for real niggas in my condo.
Yeah, so a guy like Mixed by Ali, I know he loves to use like a plugin like the Kramer tape, because it just has that warming character that helps with those spitty rap vocals not become too piercing, right? In a situation like that, you know, we don't want it to be metal earrings. We want it to be plastic earrings. They don't pierce as hard, right? So we going with the wave silk vocal. Like how I said, I'm letting that low shelf, boom, you pay attention to my low shelf, back to back low shelf, you feel me? I'm being strategic about my dynamic processing. So I'm letting more low end, I'm letting more booty come through the jeans, you feel me, type shit. You know, and I got it on the, you feel me, preset, not the male. And then after that, we just letting it control the low end, you feel me? Just hold that low end in a musical way, but that allows me to let more low end come through rather than to use a filter and just cut it off, you know what I mean?
Meal ticket, meal ticket, come on, stealing my live for real niggas in my condo. Feel hit me back, feel this one with the powder pack, feel bring me back, feel this.
So it's kind of like that dynamic processor. Specifically on the low, you heard when I bypassed it, that low end is somewhat sloppy, but now it tightens it up, but in a musical way where that low end is swinging too. And I go and I think about it in a situation where I'm thinking about my release time as well on my C4. So that's a very advanced trick, bro. I'm not gonna lie. To let more low end come through, but then use like a low shelf to just like let that bit ride. Like how I said, Aladdin on that motherfucking carpet. Let that nigga surf like Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer. Remember that motherfucker? He was surfing. You feel me? That's how I want the body of the vocal to do. You feel me? And that creates like a more musical contrast up against the more jagged steel ticket, heel, ticket, kinda, you feel me? That's more like a staccato type of bing, 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 bing type of flow from the rapper. There's two different flows going on. Meal ticket, meal ticket, kinda, meal in my pocket, bill. You feel me? So that's very different, you know? So using the Kramer tape too, bruh, slap delay, nothing crazy. Our mama and everybody around the block and our cousins and our great aunties know what a slap delay, dude. Come on, man. And then we're using this Mixed by Ali trick where he likes to use a little bit of pre-delay, analog pre-delay. And this is really good too, because sometimes when you got an analog reverb, you got to consider back in them days, bruh, them boys had the signal was already hitting tape. So their reverbs kind of sound a little bit smoother because that tape was already rounding off that high end. You feel me? So I always consider that when I use an analog reverb, maybe putting like a de-esser in front of it. You feel me? I don't want to double up on those hard words, you know. I don't want to double up on the knives, and I got double knives. You feel me? I don't want to double up on it.
Meal ticket, meal ticket, come on, stealing my live for real niggas in my condo. Feel meal ticket, meal ticket, come on.
See, now you kind of hear like, God damn it! Like now, the S's are just splashing all over a plate reverb, and understand the density area of a plate reverb. That's why plate reverb sound great on fucking snares and vocals because it has a density area in the higher mid range. For me, it emphasizes the mid range. Then we're using a doubler plugin, full range doubler. His voice is not really deep. I just doubled everything. And we're using the 670 on parallel, and that's bringing in more brightness.
Meal ticket, meal ticket, come on, still in my level, real niggas in my condom, feel hit me back, feel this one with a powder pack, feel bring me back, feel this one.
All right, and now let's check the ad libs really quickly. Vintage Isaiah Rashad ad libs, just more of an accent. Really stupid dry vocals. I feel like Mixed by Ali does, and it gives a nice little contrast break because the sample already has reverb in it a little bit, and that rim shot kind of has a little bit of a reverb in it too. So that's something to be very considerate of when you're mixing the vocal. Listen to how much water is in the bucket with the beat and also the instruments. Maybe you might have a hi-hat that has reverb on it too. So you can only put so much more water inside of the bucket if the shit is looking like it's about to be filled, my nigga. You feel me? So I just did a very light reverse reverb on the ad-libs, you feel me? Just to give them their own dimension.
Meal ticket, meal ticket, come on, still in my life for real niggas in my condo, feel hit me back, feel this one with the powder pack, feel bring me back, feel this one out in California, cause in my condo, feel hit me back, feel cause in my condo, feel hit me.
All right, so we just used the 7.5. We degraded the high end of the ad libs, and at the same time we degraded it, we kind of boosted it back a little bit. So it's like I'm recreating the high end of the ad libs. I want them to be dark but still intelligible because his ad libs are kind of like little gum droplets. You feel me? They're little pieces of sweetness, but that you kind of do genuinely want to hear because they're methodical with Isaiah Rashad, and using that RVox, because we cut off so much body, but now we boosting it back that thickness with the compression so the ad libs still feel round, the shape of the ad libs. And then we're using a little bit of light chorusing, and it just kind of just gives a little bit more of a wobbly modulation to the ad libs. So that's pretty much the end of the video here today, how to get those Isaiah Rashad vocals. So if you guys do like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Suggest more artists down below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Just want to say appreciate y'all now, YouTube gang. Peace.